And we're live. Had to start that timer. Welcome to the Patreon, where anything goes. More unhinged we get.
We talk about the dirty movies here. What do you feel about Cum Sluts 4?
I'll be honest with you. There's only one porno title I think I ever remember. And those kids that grew up watching Cinemax, or aka as we grew up Skinemax, will remember this one. The Witches of Breastwick. It was a softcore one, so there was no, like, you couldn't see.
Yeah, no, I know.
It was just like about. You just watched two people go and like, yeah.
That's funny. I don't really remember too many porn ones. The one I remember is just because my dad had a bunch of guys living in our attic at one point. Not like all at once. Like he'd like rent out our attic to different people. Mm-hmm. And this one guy worked at Blockbuster, and he had this movie called Golf Balls there. And he went to prison, so I rated all of his movies, and I found this movie Golf Balls, and it was a sleazy golf course where it was just like hot women being naked all the time. It was insane. It was a asinine plot. I don't even remember any of it other than just like that general concept. It was
Think about
so
it. There's so
dumb.
many hidden porno gems out there in the universe because, you know, like for instance, like we have
Cockeye, the
all of our
Popeye
porn
spinoff.
now that's like can be just made daily now on OnlyFans and stuff. But there's like some 80s ones and 70s ones where it's like, this woman's gorgeous. This actually could be one of the best porns you've ever seen, but you'll never see it because...
If you could porn parody any like current movie, what movie would you porn parody?
When you say current, you mean 2025?
No, just like anything in the last like 5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years? It's hard because everything's been done as a porn parody.
Maybe I just don't watch enough porn.
Oh, dude, listen, there's a SpongeBob porn.
I've seen that one probably.
That one is fucking like it was one of those like you can find the trailer for it. Like, damn, I wish I had my. Actually, you know what? We can pull that up. You motherfuckers at home, we're gonna have to listen to this. The audio, I guess. God, everybody's gonna look at my YouTube history. I'm like, what the fuck do you look up? Let's
stop looking up Girls Gone Wild on YouTube.
Dude, those were the best commercials when you didn't have the internet as a kid on Comedy Central at 3:00 in the morning, bro.
That's cool. I just noticed with this when they have sorry, I shouldn't talk about the thing people can't see, but
no, you're good.
We're looking at the 2B background, and it's a Western background. They have Back to the Future 3 on there.
It's technically a Western. Technically a Western.
Dude, for New Year's, we were at Heather's aunt's house, and we just, like, at one point all started watching Back to the Future. Like, the whole family, multi-generations, were just all in on Back to the Future.
Okay, which, just the first one?
Yeah, it was just the original.
See, the first one I've seen so many times, it's like, I can't watch the first one. Like, I've seen it so many times as a kid.
That's how I am with Happy
2 and
Gilmore.
3 were the ones I didn't see a lot.
I've
so
seen
if
the whole
I choose
trilogy.
to watch Back to the Future, I'm probably watching 2 or 3.
That was one of those like things. If I watched one, I watched 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And that's one of the few trilogies I think that actually has like, not like they're all good movies. The third one is definitely the worst of the trilogies, but it is still the like one of the best trilogies.
It's so hard to type on this.
Every movie is great. Folks, comment what trilogies do you like? You like Star Wars?
Ooh, that's a good question. What's the best trilogy? Because some people are going to say you can't say Godfather. Can't say Godfather because the third one sucks.
What do you include Redux? Because everyone says the Redux isn't good or is good.
And the hard part is like trilogies stop being trilogies if you make a fourth one. So like Indiana Jones is out.
What if you do like a second trilogy like Scream?
I'll give you that one. I'll give you second trilogies.
Though does that count though? Because Wes Craven is no longer.
Because like Fast and Furious is like that type of movie where it's like, yeah, it's 10 movies, but like
Well, at that point it's also as a franchise. It's kind of like what Scream's doing too. Hard. It becomes once you break 6 movies, unless you do 9, I guess you're just a franchise. If you do 9, you're a franchise, but you have 3 trilogies. That's Star Wars right there.
I'm waiting for the 18 thing to pop up.
What are some other good trilogies out there? We could have had This Is Spinal Tap 3.
Well, technically, because there's that.
What, Nick Reiner's going to direct it from prison?
Damn, dude, that is insane to me. What happened? Did you see Tommy Lee Jones' daughter died?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, OD'd.
Wow, that's insane.
Oh,
No,
of course, this isn't it.
obviously no parent. Yeah, stop watching porn on YouTube.
It's not it. I was looking for the.
He literally is on YouTube and typed in SpongeBob porn parody, folks.
Yeah, because I was trying to show you the trailer of the one. It was insane. I can't find it. It's just not here.
You ever see
my history on YouTube now?
You ever see Grandma's Kisses?
Oh my God, yes, that used to go around. That was like I remember being in school when that was going around.
Folks, pause this if you haven't. Go check out Grandma's Kisses. It's so funny. It's Grandma's Kisses, you asshole.
Fucked up. It's such the internet.
Bruce Willis is my favorite bedtime hero.
People would not be able to handle the humor that we grew up with. Like, they wouldn't be able to handle it.
Oh yeah, fair warning. This is like very un-PC. It is very. It's like one of the earliest like internet videos. This probably predates YouTube, honestly.
So yeah, you never watched Smiling Friends, dude. It is like the guy who runs the show used to make cartoons for Homestar or Newgrounds. Remember Newgrounds? Remember Homestar Runner and stuff? No. Oh, dude, that's old school. Trogdor the Burninator.
The only thing I remember in that kind of sense was albino black sheep.
Ooh, you probably don't remember Strong Bad.
No.
Dude, that brings me back. That's old school. I'm so.
Do you remember It's the End of the World?
Uh,
It's like a cartoon of like all these people setting off nukes and like the world's reaction.
I don't remember that one.
It's dumb, but it's pretty funny at the same time. It's like a good
Super
dumb funny.
Jail.
No, I don't think I have.
Super Jail's a fucked up one.
Folks, this is the content we're making you pay for.
We are making you pay for this. Yeah, it's good. Well, it's the problem is like I'm also like sidetracked and trying to look up things on YouTube.
Yes.
I know. I'm fucked. I am a terrible person. It happens.
All right, I'm moving on. I'm talking about some other stuff.
Yeah.
No, so okay, Christ, this isn't my podcast. Do you ever try and bang the Wolverine?
No, dude, I'm fucking with you. Yeah, I'm just giving up on the Googling shit. I seriously need a Jamie at this point where you could just have somebody that looks up what you mentioned.
Yeah, pay someone $50 a week to come do
I
this.
know.
You're making all that Patreon money right now.
Yeah, they're like, this is what the fuck I paid $250 for.
Yeah, you got it all for 1 month and then they left.
It's 1 month. They're like, this is why they can't smoke on camera. This is what happens.
What do you mean? I think I'm holding good.
That's true.
Everyone in the audience is like, no, he's not.
Well, listen, we failed. We were going to record one like before, and we got some stuff from like Michigan, right? There's like legal stuff in Michigan. That stuff is wicked strong. Like I couldn't hit record. That's how bad it was. Like I was paralyzed. Like I'd get up and I was like, I think you have a picture and I'm just sitting there like.
I did. Yeah, I do. I deleted that picture recently, actually. But yeah, no, I did have that one. I have it on my. I have a hard drive of like photos from the last like 10 years.
Dude, I have so many photos from like shows this year of like other people. Like I've taken photos for like other people at shows, and I'm like, do I delete this or do I keep it?
I feel so bad. I have so many pictures and the videos for Nick Doyle, Lizzie Martin, and Jamarius Purse. Go check them out, folks. From my last show. And I have yet to share it with them. I still have them. They're just chilling on my phone. I don't know. I have to clear out my Google Drive so I can send it to them.
That's what I hate, man. I didn't realize how much like storage space we take up now.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Because of all this stuff, you have to run all this social media shit and do all this posting and stuff. That's the hardest thing in the world.
Well, I finally got it, so all of my iCloud is finally clear pictures and stuff. It's like all up to date.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Everything runs quicker now. My phone, my laptop, everything runs smoothly.
Hear that, NSA? Hear that, NSA? You ain't got shit on me.
No, all they got is videos of me jerking off.
It's like, this is all for my OnlyFans and Feet Finder videos.
No, this is for you, Greg, behind the desk at the NSA.
Dude, that was one of the funniest. I was telling Scriva, remember we were pitching sketches like when we first started doing comedy? Yeah. And one of the sketch ideas I told you, I was like, What if aliens came to Earth, but they only spoke to us in porn lines?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Look, we need to figure out how to make that one. Because like, could you imagine that? Like, come here, baby. Fuck me harder. What?
Well, dude,
it's just saying hi.
You got a camera. You just got to point it and make it, dude. That's what I did with that sketch. No, it wasn't a sketch, but it was the promo where I copied Paul Giamatti dumping wine all over my face. Which, by the way, it was not wine. It was grape soda that went straight up my nose.
I was hoping not. Like, it better be bad wine.
Oh, no,
but
that
I
would
also
been
feel like
so fucking expensive.
real wine would hurt.
No, it was grape soda and the grape sparkling juice mixed together. Nice. And I tipped my head back a little too far, and it went all up my nose. It missed my mouth.
Ew. He's like, I've been having purple burgers all week.
Folks, Seth Queen Comedy, go check it out.
Hey, it happens.
It was no, it was fun to make though. I respect Paul Giamatti even more as an actor than I already did.
Yo, how about a guy that just can be versatile? Like, he can do anything. He can do horror. He can do drama. He can do comedies. He can do like anything.
And he does a thing that some actors do, like John Malkovich, where he brings himself into every role. But he does it in, I think, a more natural way than, say, John Malkovich.
Yeah.
Like, he does it in such a way that you believe he is each character that he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I think that did not work was when he played the Russian in the Spider-Man.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I think it was too weird. Like, that's the thing is, like, if you're going to do a villain, like, what they did to Rhino is the same thing they did to Joker in Suicide Squad. When they put all the Jared Leto in with all the tattoos and stuff, like, you went too weird with it.
I actually didn't hate that. I know I'm the lone one here. I felt it was a unique interpretation. I liked all the tattoos. I thought that was a very cool thing because there are a lot of gangsters who have tattoos. I like the fact that he was more of a gangster than just a criminal mastermind. I thought that was like an interesting take on it.
Well, I mean,
however, and I know he is like a hated person as it is, but I don't think Jared Leto should have been him.
Well, here's the thing. I will fight because some people will like argue like, really, Joker had tattoos. Okay, they're saying gangster Joker. Joker's been the gangster before. Jack Nicholson is a 30s gangster.
Yeah, but he's a 30s gangster. I want Joker. A modern gangster.
You know what I mean? But he's basically playing like James Cagney as the Joker.
Yeah, but that's where I do like Jared Leto's interpretation because he is a
well, this shows
he's like the young gangster. Thug gangster. He's a lot more of like a modern
right.
Gangster.
That's what a modern gangster would dress like. A modern
he's
gangster.
A gangsta.
Yeah, literally. Like,
soft A.
And I like how like he has the grill because like Snyder gave the backstory for it that supposedly when Joker killed Robin, Batman punched his teeth out, and that's where the grill is. Show me that. Don't tell me that. If you just showed me that in Suicide Squad, I probably would have respected the movie more.
Yeah, I think.
But it got Will Smithed.
I think there was a lot of other problems with that movie too. But I think there's a lot of problems with the Snyderverse. I was not a big fan of the Snyderverse.
I think if they would have shown what the story actually was instead of being like, this event happened, but you didn't get to see it. Like Robin died. I want to see Robin die. Okay, I want to see what this early version of Batman looked like.
See, I don't know. I'm at a point where I don't want to watch Batman anymore, though. That's the thing. Like, I want to watch No Country for Old Men. Anton Chigurh, that's a real fucking psycho. He is the Joker and Two-Face put into one, and he's fucking awesome. He's so much better than any of them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
he makes Heath Ledger look terrible as the Joker.
Well, see, that's where that guy would fit in with the Batman. Which I like that.
I fucking hated that movie.
You didn't like it?
No.
Why?
And I love noir. I love film noir. For one, it was way too long. Way too long. It should have ended. I would have liked it a lot more if it ended when they caught the Riddler.
That's exactly what I said. I said if that movie it feels like that movie was written and it would have ended without the big finale.
But the score sucks.
I feel like Warner Brothers mandated, like, hey, we need a big finale. It's Batman. We're not going to give you this money to make a Batman movie and nothing happen.
Right.
But that would have been a great movie.
Yeah, but he is a detective. So like that would have been a lot cooler. I like that sense. I like the gritty feel of it.
I like the inexperienced detective. Like he's not world's greatest. Like that's the joke.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at you, world's greatest detective.
I like that in theory, but I think it didn't play off as well in the film as I think other people praise it to. I didn't care for it as much as the way it was. Again, I think it sounds good on paper. I just don't think it worked as well in the film. I think the score was terrible. I hated the score. It like to a point that I was like, what the fuck are we listening to in the background?
I don't know. When that Batmobile shows up and you hear it revving up in the theater, because he had to be in the theater to hear that.
Yeah, but that's not the score. I'm talking about the music. The music was bad.
Oh, that bomb. I don't know. That.
Well, yeah, but
I feel like it adds to like the dreadness of Gotham.
I don't know. I felt like it was more emo-y than dready.
Well,
I felt if you're doing a film noir, use music that goes with the story.
Bro, that
and
Batman
that to me, music did not feel like that story at all.
That Batman invented a new genre, emo noir, because that's basically what it is. He's got the eyeliner, the guy liner.
Yeah, I did like I like that aspect of it. I like that that's what they were going for. I just think it was a failed execution.
I like the grunginess of like that. But then the series was the Penguin series was really good.
Everyone says that. I didn't watch it. It looked a little too much like Sopranos, and Sopranos is already a cartoony show. Like I like when people say they don't like The Sopranos. I get it because it is cartoony as fuck. I enjoy The Sopranos too. Like, I'm not criticizing it. I enjoy it, but I am criticizing it. I enjoy it, but it is like I recognize it for what it is. It's a fun ride, but it's definitely cartoony as fuck. And I think trying to already put a cartoony world in another cartoony world, I don't care to see it personally.
Yeah.
I also just don't like TV shows that much. I like movies. I'm a movie guy.
Me from a comic book, like as a comic book fan, like perspective of it, I think it's just interesting to see.
COVID.
Yeah, all the editing talk. That's what happened. We summoned it. If you say COVID 3 times in a room, it tracks.
Oh, real quick, last thing about Eddington, dude. When he gets COVID at the end, I think it's also really funny. He kills the homeless guy, and then he goes like immediately after. He's like, I definitely was just in contact with someone who had COVID.
Oh, that crazy homeless dude. I forgot to mention that throughout the whole thing. Whatever.
That was another great, kind of subtle thing. He's like, hey, you guys are all about trying to show you're about humans. You're trying to show you're better than everybody, but literally none of them give a fuck about the homeless guy.
Yeah, and he's the one that brings COVID into the town.
And he seriously has like a heartbreaking story. He seems like he lost his child to whether it was drugs or whatever. He seems to believe the idea that COVID was implanted in him. He's just like a nutcase, and that's always heartbreaking to see. But anyways, that's for the first part of the podcast.
Yeah. If you're here, you've already seen that shit. Oh, man. So what movies are you looking forward to 2026, Seth?
Honestly, I don't know what's coming out that I'm like really that excited for. I feel like there's a lot of like shitty horror movies I'm kind of excited for, like Primate, Killer Whale.
I refuse to watch Primate. Every time I see that trailer play in theaters, it freaks me the fuck out. It creeps me out.
It looks like a shitty version of the Nope storyline.
Yeah.
Did you see Nope? The Jordan Peele Alien movie.
Yeah.
Which I think that's underrated. Everyone says that's like the weakest of his movies. I think it's like one of his best ones.
Like, all it makes me think of is because you had that instance of the chimpanzee like ripping that woman's face off. Because that exists, that's why I don't want to watch this movie. Because it's going to be like, whatever you're showing me is going to freak me out. Because I keep thinking if I was in that situation, I'm fucked. I'm not fighting back. I don't know how to fight this. Like anything I'm going to do, that thing's going to grab my arm and snap that shit.
No, you're not wrong. I agree, but I think it looks like a good popcorn movie. It looks fun. It looks terrible, and I'm there for it.
Yeah.
Same with the Killer Whale movie. It looks fucking terrible. It looks so bad, but I'm there for it.
Yeah.
The one movie I do think that looks great that I'm there for. I'm sure there's other movies. This is the one that I can think of is The Odyssey.
The Odyssey looks really good.
Which I am kind of tired of The Odyssey being told. It's a story that's like repetitively told.
So I went to
but it's Christopher Nolan and it looks
see
great.
Avatar 3, and I went to see an IMAX 3D. So I got to see the prologue for The Odyssey, which shows the Trojan horse. That scene right there, I'm telling you, I had so much anxiety from them sneaking into, like, because the design of the Trojan horse that they use for that thing looks more realistic than all the cartoons we saw of where it's a big, like, dumb thing on a horse, like wheels. Like, no, this is, like, in the body of a horse, like, rearing up.
Right. I do like that. What's your thoughts on Christopher Nolan in general?
Ooh. I didn't like Dark Knight Rises. I didn't like that one.
Why?
I just felt this story was weak.
It's definitely not
Like,
as
you
good
had
as
a-
Dark Knight, which I'm not. I think the Batman trilogy in general is
I mean,
not as good as some of his other movies, but
Bane's a lackey. Bane isn't doing anything. That whole thing, like he's just doing whatever.
he's talking like this. What do you mean?
I just felt like, I felt like Bane was wasted. Which I was cool with, but I was just like, I felt like there should have been more to it. But it's like Batman's in recovery half the movie. I don't want that. Like, I'm watching
Again, I agree. It's not the best of the series, but it's not a bad movie. I enjoyed it.
I actually think Batman Begins is one of the stronger ones of the series.
Oh, I agree. I think it's what makes Dark Knight so good is the performances. But I think Batman Begins is a better movie almost.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's where you see, like, Nolan kind of, like, change his whole style. Because if you look at the way, like, the Batman Begins is shot, it looks like a normal comic book movie, just a little bit darker and more realistic. And then they completely changed that in the second movie. The second movie, it's all modern and, like, high-tech. Mm-hmm. Well, the other one was kind of more clunkier.
Yeah, but I think that also kind of shows because remember they destroyed that fucking monorail and destroys half the city. Like I think they just had to rebuild so it became more modern.
Yeah, and it's like Wayne Manor burnt down.
What about some of his other films? Like, what do you think of?
I liked Inception.
Wait, I just watched that recently. It's a fun movie. It's really good, but there's some plot holes plenty.
Yeah. I don't know.
Not plot holes, but it's just like. They're like lazily explained away, in my opinion. And the movie's long, so like I think they could have like fit the time in there in other places to actually explain things.
Like, I acknowledge that Dunkirk's a good movie.
It's one of the few I haven't seen yet.
But
Memento
but
either.
it's like not my favorite just because I'm not. It's just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, it's kind of like Steven Spielberg. Like, yeah, he made Saving Private Ryan. It's a good movie. Not my favorite. I'd rather watch
that way about
E.T.
I feel like that way about war movies in general, and I'd rather watch Close Encounters than E.T. Also, I think a lot of war movies are boring as shit. I think they're fun to watch, and there's a lot of like great scenes that are filmed, but I don't need to ever watch them more than once. Usually.
Here's a hot take. I actually like Hook.
Oh, same here. Hook's awesome.
How come everyone shits on this movie? Like, did you ever see the reviews for Hook? Like when it first came out. Everyone shits on the movie.
It's one of those ones. I don't think it's a good movie, but it's nostalgic and it's fun.
Yeah, it's
people. If you're going off critics, then you have to know the difference between a fun movie and a good movie. And I think like Hook's a fun movie. There's definitely a lot of shittiness and cheesiness in it.
I like how he took a classic story and put his own spin on it. Like, what if Peter Pan was an adult? What if he grew up and had kids? Like,
yeah, no, I think that part works great. I think that's not the problem with it. I think it's been a while since I've seen it, but I think there's just I don't know. I think there's some.
I mean, Robin Williams is hilarious in it too.
Yeah,
he tells that dude when he gets into the childhood insult fight with the other lost boy.
I think all the kids are fun. I think all the kids are most. I wouldn't say they're good actors, but I think they play those parts.
Oh yeah, all the kids are likable in that.
Yeah, again, I don't think that means they're good actors necessarily, but
and it's got one of those moments where I crack up every time I watch the movie. One, Phil Collins is a detective.
Oh really?
When they go in and say the kids were kidnapped, and they say like, "Hey, Hook," it's right after Hook kidnaps the kids.
He's like, "They left in the air tonight." Folks, follow me, Seth Queen Comedy.
Yeah, he's in it. Glenn Close is the pirate that they put in the boo box. The guy, that's Glenn Close.
I did know that one. Yes,
her, George Lucas and Carrie Fisher are the couple that when Peter goes off to Neverland,
I did know that. Dustin Hoffman's fun in that movie too.
Oh, Dustin Hoffman,
titular Hook.
First of all, if you don't realize that's Dustin
Bob
Hoffman,
Hoskins, it's me. Is it Bob Hoskins?
Yeah, he's perfect.
I love Bob Hoskins.
They brought him back to play Smee like on like a sci-fi movie. They did like a Peter Pan like
Dude,
TV
Who
movie.
Framed Roger Rabbit's an incredible movie.
I forget who they said.
That's like the first noir film I ever saw.
I thought they said they wanted Clint Eastwood originally.
That wouldn't have worked.
But like they said that they end up settling on him, and they said then it turned out, he's great. They wanted him to be Wolverine at one point.
That would not have worked.
In the 90s, because he was the only actor that was short and tough that you would buy him being He actually, if
That
you
would've
look
been
how
more
Wolverine
that
was
would've been-
drawn then,
yeah.
it was perfect.
Yeah, but it would have been cartoonier than the cartoon.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I've been watching the Doomsday stuff, the trailers, the league trailers. Have you seen the X-Men one?
I seen the stills of it.
Cyclops ripping the visor off, and I'm like, give me more.
Part of me, that's like one of those movies. Like you could say I'm excited for it because I do think there's going to be a lot of things I'm nostalgically excited for.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be like. I think I'm going to leave disappointed. I really do.
So from what I heard, there's a guy on YouTube I follow named John Campia, and he was talking about that right now in LA. He goes, the story has already gotten out of what happens in Doomsday, and they said the stuff that happens in this movie, no one's going to be disappointed. Like they said, they give everyone like their proper send off, but they're like, there's a scene. They said if you like old Magneto, like Ian McKellen Magneto, you're really going to love this movie. Like,
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be moments again I like, and I'm sure, but it's going to be kind of like how I feel about every other Marvel I watch at this point that I like. Let me be clear, most of them I don't like. But the ones I do kind of like, I'm like, I don't need to see it more than one time.
did you like Fantastic Four? I don't think we've
Honestly,
we kind of chatted about it, but I forget.
I liked the world building of it. I like Paul Walter Hauser. I think he's
for someone to take the character of the Mole Man and actually make them likable.
well.
That's work.
It's funny because I went and seen that, Naked Gun, and Jurassic Park Rebirth all on the same day, and him being in both for Fantastic Four and Naked Gun was really funny. He's the highlight of Naked Gun, honestly.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone praised Pamela Anderson,
Dude, when
which
he's
she
just
does.
giving those kids beer.
Yeah, that's one of the funniest scenes ever. That's so funny. His reactions through the movie is so funny. He is underrated, like how much like funny he is in that. I think, which again, I even had problems with that movie, but I love him in that. Fantastic Four, though, I think the world building's nice. I think there's some parts of the sci-fi is fun, like you mentioned earlier when we were off camera about the Silver Surfer chase through space. That's a lot of fun.
Oh, first of all, I love I love the idea of them setting up a science explore, because it gives you Lost in Space vibes. Like, you know what I mean, where you have a team of explorers that also happen to have superpowers.
Yeah, but see, that's where the movie falls apart, is the superpowers.
Well, the problem is
superhero
like,
part is where the movie falls apart. And
you mean them actually using their powers?
Yeah, then if this was not the Fantastic Four, I probably would have liked this movie. But because it's the Fantastic Four, I was so disappointed.
I think the
one thing I do like about it, and Amanda April pointed this out to me, is that it's like a secret origin story for Franklin. I think that's kind of cool when you think about it.
Ooh, I have to go check the camera real quick. We'll be right back to talk Fantastic Four.
Okay.
So yeah, you were saying that the new Fantastic Four is basically like an origin for like Franklin.
Yeah, someone else pointed that out to me, and I think that's cool. I think the sci-fi of it's cool, the world building is cool, and I'm a big fan of world building. It's why I like the Avatar movies in general so much. It's why I like it just some why I like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. The world building's awesome. Where I think it sucks and where I lost interest is them being superheroes.
Well, the thing is that I understood it because it was like they are a science team that happens to get superpowers, and that they've already pretty much solved all the problems in the world. That's why the world is so perfect the way it is. So it was like, okay, this is already a team that's like their job's already done. And then they come across a threat. That's why it's like when they're at dinner, Reed doesn't even go out to fight crime. Like, no, I just told the police this is where they're going to hit, and we're done.
Right, but I guess like whenever they go fight Galactus, for one,
because it felt
he's supposed to be the smartest man, and his plan was dumb as fuck. I felt like I just knew what was going to happen. I think everybody in the theater knew what was going to happen.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what the story was. That's always what the story was in the comics, was Galactus is coming to eat the Earth. Well, okay, so in the original story, like, Franklin's not even born yet. This is one of their early adventures. And they run across the Galactus or whatever, and they stop him just by, like, threatening to kill him with a gun. Like a space gun that can, like, kill him. Or, like, go somewhere else or we'll kill you.
That's dumb.
Yeah. And they convinced the Silver Surfer to like find worlds where like people aren't on him, but still like are enough to feed him. So like that's the original story. But this one, I kind of got where they were going with it. Like, okay, Franklin has cosmic powers. He wants to.
That wasn't my problem with it. Like that. Like I agree. That part was
Yeah.
kind of cool, and I wouldn't even say kind of cool. It was just like it made sense, and it was like a good way to set up the villain. But the only one who could beat him was Invisible Woman. They're a fucking Fantastic Four team, and she's the only one who did anything.
Hold up. See, this is where people that don't read comics don't know about Sue Storm. Sue Storm is a fucking powerhouse.
I get it, but you're not hearing my point.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. She should be able to knock him on his ass. I'm fine with that. But she shouldn't be the only one to beat him. Reed Richards' plan was fucking dumb. He came down and instantly was like, well, I know your guys are trying to trick me. Galactus knew instantly what was going on.
Well, yeah, the
Johnny
problem
doesn't do
that
shit. Johnny just chases the Silver Surfer around, and then he somehow becomes smarter than Reed Richards.
Well, where they
which
fucked
I
up
fucking
was,
hated.
where they fucked up was that he decided to snatch him out before he got there. Like, come on now, you knew. Or first of all, why didn't you hide Franklin just a little bit further back in a straight line? He has to walk through there anyway.
Yeah,
What's he gonna do? Is he go, oh shit?
Asinine. I thought, again, I think, I really don't think Johnny's used well. I don't think the Thing's used well. The fact that, and I think it was Amanda who explained to me, I think the idea that he's being stretched out faster than he can stretch himself out, it makes sense on paper. But the way it was executed on film was so fucking dumb. It looked bad. It just looked like, wow, he's the one thing that is his power he can't do. Like, it looked so dumb. It really made him look terrible. It was one of my least favorite.
They could have threw a line. Yeah, I think
performances.
there's like, I feel like all movies though like have that where you can throw a line in that this would have subtly explained the movie better. Like if they would have said the thing where if Reed was like, hey, I can stretch to whatever, but I have to know. Like, I have to want to stretch. You can't just pull on me and I'll stretch.
But even then, it's like he never utilizes his power. Like, outside that one scene where he stops a Ferris wheel, and that's in the very beginning.
I will say they did have... that I read for years that was the hard time that Marvel was having. Like, how do we do this that it looks real but not too cartoony?
It's not that it's cartoony. It's just not even used right. Like, it's not even used. He literally doesn't do anything to Galactus. Johnny does nothing to Galactus, and neither does the Thing. And, like, I get it that Sue is powerful. It's fine that she can knock him around a little bit, but at that point, they should all be able to come in and fight.
But that's
and
the thing you can't fight Galactus. And the thing,
it's fine that they don't beat him that way. It's fine that they send him another way, but you don't see them. Like, I feel like at no point did they like come together as that team to really defeat him. I feel like it was just a suck fest of Sue Storm, and that was dumb. I didn't like it. And I honestly, even then, it's just like they didn't even suck her that well. They didn't know it. Like, it was just, I felt like their powers got so put onto second part, like second tier. And that's fine.
Which
but
I think
in that case, it shouldn't have been a superhero movie.
Well, I think that's what they were trying to do, is they were trying to show that because people were so annoyed, like people were thinking, they didn't want people coming in thinking it was just another CGI slop fest.
Which it was. I still didn't. I think other than Galactus, I don't think a lot of the CGI was that good. That and Julia Gardner, the Silver Surfer, I think like those were the two parts that looked good. As much as I liked the world building, I think
looked really nice.
Parts of it did. Parts of it looked okay.
Like when they're flying through the black hole scene, like I thought that was pretty sick. The fact that New York looks the way it does, the way they made everything look retro.
Yeah, I thought that looked fake as fuck. I did not like it.
Some of the street stuff you could see.
Yeah, I didn't think a lot of that looked good. And that's it's funny, like you said about the street stuff. Yeah, when Galactus was on the street, I actually don't think it looks that good. It's when he's in space it looks good. When they have a lot of the darkness hiding the bad CGI.
Yeah.
His ship was really cool. I liked his ship.
And the thing is, like him, like getting in the chair and coming down and jumping off. That's straight out of the comics. Like,
Those
some of that stuff, like it's ridiculous, but like they have to make it like that's why I think that's why they made it. Kept it. I'm glad they kept it in the '60s because it has that like Incredibles vibe. Because it does feel like it's more of a family movie.
Yeah, but again, and I don't know. I wasn't. It
Ben
wasn't
is
for
one
me.
of my favorite
It just was not
characters.
for me. I guess let's put it that way. Because I know it. I recognize a lot of people liked it.
Yeah.
And it like a lot of people consider it the best Fantastic Four version we got.
Oh, for sure.
But
and
I
easy.
just was not a fan of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was dumb. It. I'm trying to think. Yeah, like if I put it like so that day I went and seen it. I went and seen Naked Gun with it and Jurassic Park Rebirth. I went and seen 3 movies in one day.
Yeah.
Fucking wild. This is a long day. And that was my least favorite of the day.
I just feel like it was just such like I don't know. To me, I liked it because it just felt like such a heartwarming, positive, like family movie.
See-
where it's like you could watch this with your family and feel comfortable.
See, I think this is where you and I differ because I said this about this is what I was trying to say about One Battle After Another. I think One Battle After Another has a lot of feel good in the ending and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think you work really hard for that feel good throughout the movie. There's a lot of trials through that movie.
Yeah.
Where I think a family feel good movie, a lot of times there's not as much. You don't work for it as hard. So I feel like that feel good is just. It's just bullshit.
It did feel like a proper Disney.
It's why I don't like Ted. It's why I don't like Ted Lasso.
I will say it did feel the most Disney of the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree
Like
with that.
you know what I
100%.
mean? Where it's so like you're kind of like because this is very like PG, which the Fantastic Four are very whole,some like team. They don't really have a lot of like.
I do think that like when they're sitting around the dinner table, I like that. Like I think that's like a good like it really captures that family vibe.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that that Ben was able to catch on that that they were pregnant. I know there's a lot of backlash about them potentially having like a gay backstory. I thought it kind of worked. I didn't think it was like really hammered in there, which I think is like how you do that kind of stuff. Don't hammer it in there in front of the audience's faces. It was very subtle. It was very much you couldn't tell if it was gay or they were just like really good friends. Honestly, I feel like it was
Which one?
For Ben Grimm and Pedro. Mr.
Oh,
Fantastic.
I mean, like in the comics, it was always just they were best friends. Like
No, but I'm saying the movie, like that got a lot of backlash. People were upset by that, but I feel like it was.
I didn't get that vibe at all.
I feel like you kind of could, but not in a bad way. Like I thought it was so subtly in there.
But because in the
And
comics,
it's such like it's like a 1 second thing. It was perfect. I liked
think
it.
What they're also trying to show too is that like Reed is guilty for what he did to Ben. Like it's not so much a love for, but it's also like. I did this to you.
See, interesting. I didn't pick up guilt at all in that movie. That's so funny.
But no, I mean that's why he feels the way he does, like why he's so concerned about Ben and stuff, and why he has that caring towards him, is because like I hurt you. I did the worst. I ruined your life. I made you into a rock monster that people run from.
Nah, I think they do it better in the 2004 Fantastic Four.
Right. Which I'm like,
which says a lot. That movie sucked.
I will say, like Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. If you know anything about the new Reed Richards stuff that happens in the comics, you buy him as that Reed Richards. Like, where the Reed Richards where it's like, I'm going to pick the work, like, I know what's logically going to work, regardless of, like, people's feelings of it, this is going to work. I know no one wants to do it, but it works. And it's the most effective.
It's like your comedy. You know it doesn't work, but you still want to do it.
Basically. Basically. But
no,
yeah.
I don't know. Again, I recognize people liked it. It just wasn't for me. But I still am also experiencing heavy Marvel and superhero fatigue. That's why, like, I was alluding to is like I'm kind of excited for Doomsday for the sense it's gonna be fun to see what happens, but like, am I excited? No, I'm just like exhausted for it, and I'm exhausted for the hype of it already. We got a whole year left to go of this hype. I'm fucking exhausted.
Honestly, those are the only times I feel like I go to the movies anymore. Is just to see those.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I go for movies like Eddington. I go for movies like One Battle After Another.
Well, certain ones I'll go see. Like,
I hated it, but you know what movie I really go see? Top Gun Maverick. That was so much fun in theaters. That was such an event. Now, granted, this was a couple years ago, so this is when theaters opened back up. I loved it. That was such a fun experience. It was such an event. It was me and my grandfather. But like, I hated the movie so much. Fucking hated it.
You didn't like it?
No, I'm not a Top Gun fan. I don't like the original Top Gun that much. There's moments that are cool. It's visually cool, like the fighter planes and stuff. And same with this one. Like,
did you happen to notice that the whole main objective is basically Star Wars?
Yes, I did. I fucking did.
I thought that
and
was
the whole
hilarious.
ending is Star Wars with the fucking black fighter pilot. Like he looks like one of the black clone troopers.
Ah, yeah.
Like that the whole ending really pissed me off. Like even in theaters, I was just like, "Wow, this sucks." But I was just so happy to be in there in the theater again with my grandfather.
I don't know.
But I was just like so much like I was like, "This movie sucks."
I love that it puts you in the cockpit though. Like I like movies where they do that. Like especially like
yeah, again, a lot of the flying scenes were fun.
Like
I do agree with that. They're fun.
like Ford v
That's
Ferrari.
I haven't seen that one. Oh, I haven't seen the new F1 either.
Oh,
Everyone
Ford
says
v
F1's
Ferrari.
good.
They put you in the like when they're in the race with Christian Bale. You're in the car with him. Like that's the cool part I liked about it is that they actually like you felt like you were in the car with racing down the street in the Le Mans, and like when you seen the car accidents and stuff, you're like oh shit.
Again, that's why I like it, that's almost the opposite, but it's kind of why I like that one battle after another scene.
Yeah.
You feel like you're the one driving the car. Is what
Yeah.
it feels like.
Also, like when you're jumping out and you're like you feel like you're on the run too. Like that's what I was okay. So like we were talking about the Odyssey. There's a scene like how they ended the prologue is them trying to open the doors like to let the Troy or the Spartans or well
The Trojan?
yeah they're trying to let the Trojans in or no
This is just the Trojan horse.
who is it the
Is it
city
just
of
the
Troy
Trojan horse or the Trojans?
whoever basically whoever gave the horse Matt Damon is inside the horse. He's trying to open the doors to let the enemy soldiers in to, wipe out the city, that kind of shit.
Two idiots trying to explain Greek mythology. Fuck
Well,
yeah.
that's why it's the
I
unhinged
used to love
episode.
Greek mythology. I used to fuck with that shit real hard.
It's funny that I'm so excited for the Odyssey, and I just seen that my teacher that taught me that in school died recently.
Oh, that's a bummer, bud.
You know what I mean? This dude was hilarious, though. His name was Mr. Siskel. That's how he would talk and go, Mr. Siskel. He was like
you're
Russian.
doing that on the Patreon.
That's what he would do it. That's how he would say. He goes, oh, no, Mr. Siskel. Oh, that's how he would talk. He was like Russian. Like, it didn't even make sense. Like, that's how he would say it. But he would, like, I remember, like, he was talking about, like, Conan the Barbarian to us. And then he had to remember that, oh, yeah, Conan the Barbarian's not really suitable for kids. And he had to walk it back. Like, kind of.
What's when you were a kid? Is there any movie that you remember seeing that you're like, I should not have watched this as a kid?
Grease.
That's such a weird one.
Dude, Grease, there's so much sexual stuff going on in the movie.
There is, but I feel like if you're not privy to that, then it goes over your head.
Oh, exactly. It does go over your head. But I'm watching, I'm like, oh, I should have not have watched this as a child.
That's fair.
But if you mean like a movie that scarred me, like as a kid?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
I guess that's what I'm kind of thinking. Like something that was like a little bit more scarring.
Oh, Hannibal.
Okay, that's a fucked up one. That's good.
It was exactly the scene when he throws the guy off the roof and hangs him, and when he does, it disembowels him, and you see his guts hit the floor.
Is that Philip Seymour Hoffman, or is that one in Red Dragon? I can't remember. I think Never mind. I think Philip Seymour Hoffman's the one that he catches on fire in Red Dragon. I love Philip Seymour Hoffman.
It might be Red Dragon. I didn't see Red Dragon.
Ooh.
The Hannibal movies freak me out too much because
Okay.
I watched Hannibal.
Dude,
Like,
honestly, I maybe a hot take here. Silence of the Lambs is the better movie for sure. Like it's definitely like a more of a film.
yeah,
But if you're looking for more of just an enjoyable ride, Red Dragon's the way to go. It's
that's the one with Ed Norton.
yeah. It's
Have-
so much fun.
Have you ever watched the series?
I tried. I can't get into it. It's a little. I don't like serials. I don't like.
I heard the series was really good because like they
He's
mixed
good.
a little murder of the week, but also like it kept a story going. That's like
Yeah, not enough for me to like it. He is good. I'll give him that. Mads Mikkel's like really good in that role.
You
But
know,
he does
Bri-
something different than like Anthony Hopkins. Like he does a different take on it a little bit.
You know, Brian Cox played him first, right?
Yeah. I've always wanted to see Manhunter for that reason.
The William Peterson. Yeah, it's him and William Peterson. Which talk about a dude whose career is a weird one.
What else has he been in? I know the
done,
name,
like,
but
he was in CSI.
I don't like that.
He was like the head dude of the CSI.
I can picture it. I know exactly who you're talking about. And this goes partially because I don't like TV as much, but I hate procedurals. I hate like when it's like everyone talks about The Pit right now. I don't give a fuck about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, The Pit does. I don't like medical dramas. My parents like watch that, the police dramas, Fire.
The only medical drama I liked, and it's not even a drama, is Scrubs. I guess
Scrubs
MASH
is back.
Yeah, I see it's coming back. I'm actually, I'm looking forward to it, but I know it's not going to be good. Like I'm disappointed.
You hope
already.
it is. Like King of the Hill surprised me.
Yeah, I
King
don't
of the
know.
Hill
I just wish they
was
would have left
so
it. They
good.
should have left it at season 8. It was perfect at that. They should have left it. The show ended great.
I think they're
Make a new show.
ignoring that last.
That's fine. I kind of wish you'd see a couple of them. I wouldn't mind seeing those characters again.
Yeah.
But they were all perfect as background characters, exactly. And I don't know. I just also am tired of the reboot trend.
Yeah,
Write new shit.
Well, everyone's like stuck on nostalgia. Remember we were getting like on that, like the whole nostalgia thing. I think you had thoughts on that.
Oh, the parts of Stranger Things I hated were all rooted in nostalgia, and I feel like that was a lot of season 5. And I think is a lot of just a lot of exposition too.
I didn't feel like the pop culture hits. I didn't feel like the pop culture references hit as much in this season as the other ones.
I hated that, and I hate all the exposition. I think there was a lot of stupid shit too. The only thing that might redeem it is if that, like I said earlier, that theory is right that Vecna won. But even then, I'm just like, But then I wasted my 2 hours. Then, like,
my
fuck
thing is,
you.
what's Linda Hamilton doing here?
She sucked in that show. I did not like her.
She didn't do anything.
Yeah, not only did she not do anything, but I feel like she acted bad in the show too. She's not like a great actress to begin with, but she's a badass usually. This show, she sucked in it.
I wouldn't say that out loud, man, because Linda, if she hears that, she might just fucking... I'm waiting for her to kick in my door right now and shoot you.
Linda Hamilton, I think you're a badass. I love you in the Terminator franchise. I think you're incredible. Terminator 2, you turn a fucking heel.
Ooh, Dante's Peak.
Dante's Peak. Oh, I forgot she's in that. I love Dante's Peak. You are great. I just don't think you did a great job in this. I don't know if that's because directing is bad. You know what it was? It's probably the script. The script was bad. You know how I know that? Because every scene was badly written. You're in the middle of fighting demigorgons and all this, and you're gonna sit there and talk about your relationships and your feelings and your thoughts.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't be dissing my boy Dustin. All right, Dustin's my boy. I will fight for Dustin.
That was the only relationship that was okay, and I think that itself was nostalgic because you wanted them to go back to being friends.
Yep.
The whole season, you're like, I miss the nostalgia of them being friends.
Yep. I remember season 2 getting so pumped that they put them together. Because I'm like, oh great, that douchebag's back. And then I'm like, you made me like him again. How did you do this?
Only part that I think worked in that especially the last episode, but for the show, was Holly running down and being like, how do we play this game? Them and her and her friends playing.
That was so cool, him watching them play.
That part's the part that made me tear up. Fuck when Elle died. Fuck when everyone else died. When Elle died, I was so ready for the show to end. I was like, how's there 40 more minutes left?
I don't know. I felt so... Because I remember the day of watching Stranger Things. I kept seeing somebody on Facebook being like, oh my God, you guys have to watch Stranger Things. This is one of the greatest things ever. If you're special.
It took me 3 times. It's kind of like Game of Thrones. It took me a long time to get into it.
And I was like, all right. And I was working on, I think I had to work midnight shift. And I came home and I binged the entire thing before I went to work.
You know what it is for me? The sci-fi is really cool in it. And I like their take on like turning the Dungeons and Dragons stuff into like a sci-fi realm and like a different world. That's really cool. The coming of age is bad.
Yeah.
And I think looking back, I think this is where you like a lot of nostalgic stuff is like the coming of age of that stuff is also bad. Coming of age is naturally cheesy, but I think I'm already past that age. So a lot of it was bad. A lot of it gets boring and bad. And I feel like that progressively the show got more and more about that. And it went from being more sci-fi to more of that. It was like, so bad.
There was things I started watching and I started like, I don't know what it is. Like, do you ever start noticing things that trend in a show? Like, first episode, right off the bat.
Shows stop being funny to send a message. Like, biggest trend.
Hopper's going in. He's just going to like, if I die, just don't worry about me. Why? Why are you such a hurry to die all the time? Like, every 5 seconds, he's like, I'm going to go blow myself up. I'm like, well, we can throw that grenade. You don't have to run with it.
It was also annoying that he like gives that whole speech about that and then like is like wants her to die. So dumb. I hated it all so much. I didn't like this too. I feel like this wasn't explained well. Apparently him shooting her was a dream. that wasn't explained at all. It just cuts to the next scene and 11's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that threw me off because I was like, wait a minute, why is she not bleeding?
Heather and I were pissed. We were literally pissed until we looked it up and we're like, oh no, she's supposed to be fine. Because we were like, you literally see her dying and then it jumps to she's somehow fine. It royally pissed me off. Like I'm getting mad now thinking about it. That's how much it pissed me off.
That's a fair criticism because that I didn't like.
That's
I was
bad
wondering,
editing
like, wait a
there.
minute, what the like? Yeah, that's
That, which comes down to having too many characters in a show and being focused on too many things at once instead of the task at focus.
or hey, you know what? Maybe expand your episode count if you're going to
No,
do this.
fuck you. No, they made a 2-hour episode at the end, and only 30 minutes it actually had to do with what the show was like. The goal of the show was. The rest of it was spent on exposition and bullshit. Get to the point. Stop doing bad editing. Stop doing bad storylines. Focus on the point and tell the story.
How about that fake out though with Steve?
I knew he was going to be saved. The show was too afraid to kill anybody. I knew that. I knew 11 was going to be alive at the end. I know it was ambiguous, but she's supposed to be alive. I fucking knew that, and I didn't like it.
I think she's dead.
I want to pretend she's dead.
I'm hoping she's dead because the story's better if she's dead. Like
It's
these
not that
kids
much
should.
better, honestly. There should have been more deaths. This is why I also think like Vecna maybe did win. The fact that Vecna and the Mind Flayer both die in 2 minutes is insanely bad.
My thing is, there's little moments in the show that I think is what people like it about. And like a good example, I was gonna say is, I'm trying to think what this. There was a good moment that I seen that I was like, I really liked it. Fuck, I'm trying to remember what it was.
I don't know.
I'm blanking. I'm so mad.
At this
right
point,
now.
I'm so angry with the show. I'm so angry. I wasted.
Oh no!
5
It was
years
the
of my
scene
fucking
when they're
life.
all.
It's like 60 years of my life.
It's when the kids all get. It's like 18 months later, and all of the older kids get back together. When they all get back together, I pointed this online. They said, "We've all had that moment," and I'm like, "Oh damn!" I was like, "The reason why this show people love it so much is they want to go back to a time that you can't go back to."
Yeah, when I had that moment, it didn't go very well. I had one friend basically ignore me. Another friend, me and one friend connected pretty well, but then he ignored me the rest of the time. Like I hit him up 2 days later, never heard from him again. And then my other friend is like a lying sack of shit, so me and him don't really talk. So I didn't have that experience meeting all my friends again.
Yeah, that's assuming that everyone you meet's going to be a good person. That's the bad part.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't. Obviously, the one friend stopped talking to me, so I probably did something that he was like, that guy fucking sucks. But I don't know. My point is that wasn't my experience. I think it was. I just didn't like it. I did not like it. The only part of that whole 56-hour conclusion I liked was when Holly runs down with her friends. That was the only part that I just felt childhood joy there. That's all it was too. It was childhood joy.
It was. Well, it's kind of cool to see, like, you know, like, I'm sure like all siblings kind of feel that when you're like, you see like your younger sibling likes the same thing that you did, or like is into the same thing that you are.
Yeah, I'm sure my brothers knows that with me in hockey and stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of noticed that with my sister now in comedy. Like my sister and I, not that we never got along, but we were a little too far apart in age to like really hit it off on things. And now that I do comedy or am on the podcast or write and stuff, like I feel like me and her are a little bit closer because like it's something like she's interested in that I'm interested in, so she like gets to talk to me about it, and like it's a little bit.
You heard it here, folks. Big Hoss's Tailgates bring family together.
I said comedy brings us together.
You said podcast too. I just threw it in there. I saw a win and I was going for it. Don't steal it from me.
Give her one of these cowboy hats and maybe she'll be
That's
your
true.
number one Patreon subscriber.
That's true. There is a lot. I do. Hey, listen. The Patreon thing is kind of cool because my highest tier is like $8.99, and it's like any show that
I get a free hat.
That would be cool. No, I was going to give them a code. Like, if I have merch, I'll give them, like, 20% off.
That's not bad.
And I was like, also, if you get any tickets, like, any shows that I put on myself, they get a discount code if they,
Hear me out on this, because I've been thinking about kicking my own podcast idea. And, folks, let him know in the comments so he can let me know. I want to start... I don't want to do, like, a crazy, like, long episode thing, but I want to have, like, a little conversation. I like... fiction so much, and I like TV so much, and movies, mainly movies, not TV shows, but But so many people like different things. I kind of want to do a show that's like, tell me about your best fictional friend. Who's the person you think you would hang out with in like all the fiction you consume?
Ooh, that's a good question. But my timer's ticking down, and I really want to go into that. So should we come back?
Yeah, we can come back. I don't have it all worked out. I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on the idea.
Oh, I'm down for that idea because that could be a really fun conversation. You could get a lot out of people like that.
Yeah, I definitely think I could. I just basically it is. I need to.
I thought you were asking me what mine was. And I was so
I mean,
excited
hey,
to
I'm
tell you.
I'm down to come back because I would like to know yours. But I just like what's your thoughts on the idea? I think that could be a lot of fun.
That could be cool because like one like my favorite one is like on podcasts and stuff. Like if I don't know the person, I like asking people like what's your favorite cartoon?
Well, yeah, I think everybody asks like stuff like that. What's your favorite TV show now? What's your favorite movies? But I'm tired of asking that specific question. I want to know what characters do you relate to? What characters do you like? I mean, there's so many characters in movies, especially movies I've watched in the last like 2 to 3 years.
That's true.
Say 5 years. I've like really just like, wow, I recognize like something about these characters I find very appealing.
That's true because I like when you watch like documentaries and stuff and they talk about like what a character meant to them. It's like, you know, like you'll have like people who like Andrew Garfield, like he loves Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
He will go into great detail about why he loves Spider-Man, themes about the character that no one talks about. No one's ever come out and directly said that. So it's like it shows how much you learn about somebody. Like, oh, this dude thinks about it that way. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let me go check the camera real quick, and we'll be right back. I'll tell you who I think.
All right, perfect.
And we're back. So, yeah, favorite fictional character that I would want to hang out with.
Yeah, and it could be from movie, it could be from TV show, it could be from a book, it could be from comic book, if you will, if you wanted like a specific version of a character, maybe.
It's a tough one because it's like there's Dustin from Stranger Things. He seems like pretty cool to hang out with.
Yeah, don't tell me you put fucking Dustin as number one on this.
No, he ain't number one.
You're a consumer of so many fucking
I just
comic books and stuff.
I know. I just said I said he'd be cool to hang with. I didn't say he'd be up there.
I think Steve would be cool to hang with. Dustin would fucking suck.
No, Dustin's cool.
Listen, Dustin's a heartwarming character, folks, but he would be rough hang. It'd be a rough hang. He's fucking not even 18 years old.
Yeah, he is. He's 18.
Okay, by the fucking last episode, in the last 60 hours of the episode, yes, he's 18. But
no, I always liked him and Steve hanging out. I was like, that's a cool team to hang out together. So I was like, I'd want to be part of that crew. That seems like a cool crew.
They're not even funny. That's the thing. Like, it's heartwarming. It's not funny. They're not even funny to hang out with. Maybe you don't need someone funny to hang out with, but like for me, I do. I'm like, this suck. That would suck. That'd be such a drag.
You're like, fucking nerd. It's always
honestly, every time you talk about Dungeons and Dragons, I'd be like, I just would sit there and just want to fucking punch him in the face.
Hey, but he figured out.
I'm kidding. I made a Dungeons and Dragons character one time, and I still talk about it.
Dude, I've been wanting. Okay, so favorite fictional character.
While you think about that, there's a place called Your Mom's Basement in Butler. Shout out.
I've seen this.
Yeah, they're awesome. They have an awesome. As someone who doesn't play Dungeons and Dragons, they have this awesome room designed for Dungeons and Dragons, and it's like all hologram play and stuff.
Do a show there.
It would be fucking.
No, we gotta do a podcast of comedians.
I would have to. I need to buy chairs if I'm going to do a show there because it's not like an event space. They just have a bunch of games, but they are for that kind of stuff. So I probably could. I just need to buy the equipment.
Dude,
to make
imagine
it happen.
doing a live podcast.
Oh, a
with bunch of
podcast there would be
comics
fun for sure.
Playing D&D or a tabletop game.
Didn't Dan Harmon do that?
I don't think they've done comedians. I know.
But that was his show, though, wasn't it? Like they were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Dude, you do something like that. You know who's a huge fan that just moved back to Pittsburgh of D&D? Joe Manganiello. Oh shit! He went to school in Mount Lebanon. They bought a house in South Hills.
I didn't know he was like a huge D&D guy.
Yeah, him and his fiance are like both from Pittsburgh.
Well, again, I knew that part. I just didn't know he liked D&D. I didn't know he was down for the dungeon.
Oh, big time! He's a huge nerd. He was like wanting to be cast in the dungeon. He's actually, I think he plays a character in the Dungeons and Dragons movie, like a small character. I think.
Was that good?
It was pretty good.
It looked fun, but I feel like a lot of people hated it. I was like, I felt like people were not giving it enough attention, but I also did recognize it was probably just a fun movie, not a good movie.
So, like, if you're a fan of the game, which I'll be honest, I've never played the games, so I don't know much about them. But like I know that there's little things that happen in there and things that get said. Like that's something straight out of like what would happen if you played the game. Like it may not be good for a story, but that's something that happens in the game. You know what I mean?
All right, so who are some other potential people you would hang out with, and then tell me your ultimate, who would be your best friend?
He'd be hard to hang with, but I'd want to hang with Wolverine. Ben Grimm, the Thing.
I don't know Ben Grimm's character enough. I feel like I've just known him as like the whiny incarnation, which not saying he doesn't have a right to be, but I don't know if I could hang out with that. Wolverine, I think, would be fun. Get some cigars and some whiskey. I think he could be a good time.
Well, Ben likes to drink and smoke, so like smoking cigars with Wolverine, Ben Grimm. Would be
I picture
sweet.
him as a cigarette guy.
Who?
Ben Grimm.
No, he got the big fucking. There's one picture on my phone. It's like him having the big cigar in his mouth.
That's funny. I don't know why I picture him being such a cigarette guy. Nothing wrong with that either, but it's just like I don't smoke that way. I just smoke joints and maybe the occasional cigar.
I'm trying to think who I'd want to hang out with. That's a tough one because it's like Wolverine's one, the Thing is one, but I'm trying to think like other characters. Like Superman wouldn't be fun to hang with. Flash would be. The Flash from the Justice League cartoon, the Michael Rosenbaum Flash.
Huh. I don't know if I know like that specific like incarnation. Like what sets him apart from the other Flashes?
Just the way he was like his character was like he was all like while he was joking around and stuff. Like there's this one scene that's really famous from the cartoon where they have Mark Hamill is doing the voice of the Trickster, which fun fact he played him in a live action show.
Yeah, I trust me. I watched The Flash fucking 10 years ago, and I see Facebook posts all about it, like all the time, like reels and shit. It's insane.
So it shows like the Flash's villains have a trap set for him. So they're going to interrogate him. Batman's like, snatch him up or whatever. And so like they have this character with him called Orion, and like he's kind of like Peacemaker, where he's like, "Tell me or I'll just kill you." And Flash's like, "Whoa, that's not how you handle him. Like, stop. This is my guy." So he goes, "Hey man, you're not on your meds again." He's like, "I don't need them." He's like, I take them when I feel better. Like when I actually feel it. He's like, "No man, like that's not how that works."
So he's a psychiatrist. He
basically like
he wanted to be best friends with a psychiatrist.
But like he knows that like my villains are villains because there's some like they can't help it. There's something wrong with them.
Right.
So he's like he tries to have compassion for his villains.
That's interesting.
So it was like I like that, but he's also a goofball. Like he likes to have fun, but he actually cares.
So that's like that's the important thing to you. Then you want someone that's like a goofball, but can still care about the important things.
But like when the Flash when it's time to go to work, the Flash is ready to go to fuck off. Let's go. That Flash, at least. That whole Justice League universe would be cool to hang with. Like that whole team was just cool. Like that was just a good team.
Would you try and fight crime with them? Like, would you join in, or would you become more of like a noob in from Rick and Morty and just like clean up after them?
I'd clean. I'd just be like, I ain't gonna fight.
You accept your role. You're like, I'm noob. It's just
unless I'm getting powers or something, cool. But if I ain't got no powers, I ain't running out there with nothing. Fuck that.
Would you want powers that complement the Flash?
Nah, like, I want my own thing.
Or what? This is getting off topic here, but like, what would your own thing be?
I'd want like Juggernaut powers. So Juggernaut's
not no,
really
he like pulls them. Yeah, he pulls the power in from like a alternate dimension, right?
Yeah. So like the Juggernaut, like I just like that idea of just being like you're walking and nothing can hurt you, like everything's bouncing off you, kind of thing.
All right, that's
why it's
fun.
like
I don't know what if I wanted a superpower, I don't know what it would be. Probably just something like flight or teleportation. I'm very like I just want convenience.
That's fair. Yeah, teleporting sounds cool. Like
it was such a letdown, but I love the movie Jumper, and that like for that reason, like that was such a cool concept.
Yeah,
or Nightcrawler was such a letdown.
Like I like Nightcrawler. Like
Nightcrawler was cool.
How about he's coming back for Doomsday?
Yeah,
Alan Cummings and everything. I'm like,
excited about that. Did you ever see Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love his part in that. His part is like the gay bellhop is so funny.
fuck, I didn't realize he was in that. I gotta rewatch the movie now.
Yeah, he's such a young Alan Cummings too. Such a young Alan Cummings.
That movie's a weird fucking movie, man.
It is, but I enjoy it, especially I feel like it's so relevant to today's times with like the whole Epstein thing. So it's just
And it's like Stanley Kubrick didn't actually finish it. Like the cut that he had, that was the final. Like that's just the only cut he had. He did. They said he would be known to make cuts even when the movie was in theaters.
yeah, and that's
So they said we don't really know.
They brought back The Shining. Like they took it. It was in theaters for like a week and then pulled it out. Going back to Best Friends though, real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry. So it seems like you want like a super powered best friend, or you want someone who like does a lot of good in the world as well as like being goofy.
Oh yeah.
Is that reflective of you just like feeling like, hey, like right now things aren't good in the world? Like, do you just want something to make it better? Or like,
Yeah, because I'm like that's why like you'd want to hang out with that Superman that's in the Superman movie, the James Gunn one.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet. Still,
I feel like that one, like you want to hang with him. The way they made that character like act, it kind of reminded me of there's an HBO show right now called My Adventures with Superman, and the voice of Superman is Jack Quaid, but the way he makes Superman sound is like he's such a likable guy that you're like, man, I want to be friends with that guy. Like, yeah, he's cheesy and like has a great outlook for the world, but like he's still fun to hang with.
so I feel like the probably the better description for you, not noob. That was a little insulting. You'd probably be more of like the Peter from Deadpool.
Yes, I'm 100% a Peter.
That's so funny. I know I said I've been hating superhero movies, but I did like Deadpool and Wolverine, and
Oh my God, dude.
that's such a great scene when he comes in, and it's just like every single version of Deadpool's like, Peter? It's a Peter. It's a Peter.
Everybody loves Peter. Then you got Matthew McConaughey. Everybody loves Peter. Dude, Matthew McConaughey randomly doing a voice as one of the Deadpool variants.
That was good. I liked it. It was fun. It wasn't a great movie, but it was fun. That's a nostalgia factor movie right there.
Well, dude, the end credits for that. See, that's why I'm ready for Doomsday. Is because I get to see Cyclops how I've always wanted to see Cyclops. I get to see the X-Men how I've always wanted to see the X-Men.
Right.
So it's like, I'm cool with this. Like, I look in the trailer of the Cyclops ripping the visor off. I can see a Sentinel walking in the background. I'm getting my 90s X-Men on. Let's go.
Yeah, again, there's moments I think it's going to be how I feel about Deadpool. It's going to be fun. It's going to be nostalgic, but I'm not going to.
And everyone's forgetting because nothing's come out yet about this. Well, it has, but like it's not getting the hype it should get. Spider-Man is coming out this year.
Yeah.
You're putting in the Hulk, the Punisher, fighting Scorpion, fighting Tombstone, and Sadie Sink's character, which they're highly leaning is toward Jean Grey.
I'm just like not excited for it. I don't know why, and I love Spider-Man. He's like one of my favorites.
And this Spider-Man is like feels like a Spider-Man that I'm at like.
I think his story ended perfectly, and like it should just end with him like being not known. Like I don't know why. I think it should just end with where the last movie ended.
So here's the rumor I read that supposedly, like this is kind of based on the leaked trailer too. Like they're kind of leaning on 90s Spider-Man. Like he's leaning too much on being Spider-Man versus being Peter Parker, and because of that, his powers start changing. Like he actually can, like he wakes up in a web cocoon, which is a real thing that happens in the comics, and then he has biological web fluid. So he starts turning into like Tobey's Spider-Man, which I think is a very interesting take to do with Spider-Man. Like, okay, he needs to start living the man part of his life, or he'll start becoming the Spider.
Now, going back to the superheroes and, you're being your best friend. Again, you said about, like, the world.
It's good, tasty.
Thank you. It's about, things obviously aren't great in the world. Like, is this also reflective of... sorry.
Got tripped up by his own shit.
Is this reflective of your own, like, personal feelings in your life right now? Like, do you feel like things in your personal life aren't going well enough that you think, like, you'd like to have that relief of, like, a superhero? Is that why you're choosing?
Oh, I think for sure.
That's why I'm hoping this podcast I'm thinking of doing isn't going to be just like funny and goofy. Like I want to get into like the psychology of a little bit why you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I think 100%, dude. Like I definitely feel like I don't feel positive in my personal life. So it'd be nice to have somebody to actually bring some positivity, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like I've been like lately I've been feeling so burned out. That's why I haven't been out at Mike's and stuff. It's like I just don't have the energy. Like this whole time, like I've been home, like I've been off work for like a couple weeks. I've just been like sleeping in, laying on that couch bed, playing video games and just doing not a damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, hey, sometimes that's needed. I don't like that. Like when I do that, I feel like I get depressed doing that.
Well, that's the problem is that's happening too. But it's also like I'm burned out and it's like I don't know, it's like it sucks being alone sometimes like.
Well, it sounds like to me that sounds like two separate problems here. And it's kind of makes sense then why you'd like want a superhero cuz like a superhero they deal with multiple problems like that and
right. Spider-Man deals with so much shit. The Thing, look at him. He's also he has to go fight every day, but he's also sad as shit and he's ugly.
I don't think he's ugly. Everyone likes rocks. Look at Camp Harrison.
That's why I identify with The Thing more than anything, because being a bigger guy, like a fat kid growing up, like you're already unattractive because you're a fat kid, and then on top of that, you're lonely because you don't have a lot of friends.
See, that's
so it's like that's how that, and then it's like, but you still have to go about your day and and be tough.
Yeah, but see, I think you're missing a big thing that The Thing has that you're neglecting, and I think this is what you need more in your life that you're not displaying right now, and that's confidence. You know, The Thing is like a very confident person in himself, even though he feels moments where he's like, "Wow, this is insane. I'm a rock. People won't love me." He has the confidence to go out there and fight and keep doing that every day. And I'm not saying you don't have the confidence to do it every day, but you need to have more confidence in yourself in general. Like you're like, "Oh, I'm fat and ugly." Dude, some of the biggest guys I know sleep with the hottest chicks. Like it's all about personality too. It's not all looks. Like you've slept with some hot chicks. You've been with some hot chicks. You know, he gets tail, folks. That's such a gross way of saying that. He's been with some ladies, folks.
Yeah, they're kind of crazy. But
they're all crazy. I'm crazy. All people are crazy.
Yeah,
did you not? We spent a whole fucking hour talking about Eddington, where that is the point of the movie is everyone's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I got some wild stories too. Like for the podcast, like there's this one girl. I was calling her Reese Witherspoon because she was like she had a voice from the South. So when she would talk, she sounded like
to stab you with her knife.
No, it was Witherspoon. It's a stupid joke. Every time someone says that joke, you're like, I hate you, but you love it too.
I fucking love that. It's like one of the first like street jokes I heard that I fucking like loved.
Were we out somewhere and someone told us that?
I don't fucking remember.
I can't remember. We were out somewhere. I remember someone telling me that, and I'm like, I know this is coming. I know where it's going, but
I probably did it to someone.
You know where it was? I think it was at Squirrel Hill Sports Bar. The owner, I think, told me that joke.
That's
I was
funny.
out there for a comedy show to watch a comedy show, and like he hit me with that. And I was like, nice, man, nice. Oh my god. What was I thinking about? Crap.
You're talking about. I was telling you need more confidence in.
Oh yeah.
I think you just need more confidence, man. I think you need more confidence in your looks. I think being big, especially you're not that big, dude. You actually hold your weight really well. I think you need more confidence in just like the presentation of who you are. Something I've always been told that I think people always say like, oh, like don't be yourself. That's not quite the truth. You need to be the best version of yourself. And I like that would be you at your most confidence. And I say the same thing about you on stage. Like the best when you're on stage is when you go up there and really don't give a fuck. Because you just have you have all the confidence to not care. Yeah. And that is when you're absolutely at your funniest.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. You are a funny person. You have a lot of natural funny. You just need to be confident in letting that out. And I think that come with that, and also you just need to not care about specifically if you're trying to find like a woman, or a partner in general, because we don't know about you sometimes. If you're trying to look for a partner, I do think you need to just be you need to have the confidence to not care about who you might end up with. And you will find the person that you'll be happy with.
Yeah, because I had somebody recently, like I was talking to the person, we were hitting it off and everything, and they wanted something faster than what I'm ready for. Because it's like I do a lot of stuff. I'm doing this, I have to edit this, I have to do stand-up, and I'm doing my day job at the same time. And I'm trying to balance that all. And it's also like trying to get to know somebody while also trying to remember to do the other shit.
Right, yeah, and that's one thing people always say, especially in comedy, is like, hey, you have to take care of yourself too. You have to make sure you're good. You have to live your life and your experiences, and yeah, if that means taking a step back or focusing on the things that are right, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think, I really think you have so much going for you. You need to now just like let yourself experience that, almost allow yourself to experience that.
I think the biggest thing for me, and like, it's weird. I think it's because I have opinions I think that differ from other people, but I'm trying so hard to get people to like me that I feel like I can't be myself because people won't like me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that's a common fear. I think a lot of people fear that, but this is kind of funny because like superheroes are constantly masking themselves, even though they show their true selves while wearing that mask.
Yeah,
and like I think it's like you need to almost like put on the physical mask so you can show your true self. But the reality is like they just want to see your true self. People want to see who your true authentic self is. And yeah, not everyone's going to like you. That's the unfortunate part about like reality is, not everyone's going to like you. But the more authentic you are and the more you try, the more people who do like you will gravitate towards you. And the more you have that happening, the less likely you'll even care about the people who actually are negative.
I think it's why I identify with people like Chris Farley and like Robin Williams, because you could tell like there was a mask that they put on, because it's like they automatically makes you want to like them.
Well, I didn't mean that kind of mask. I meant the physical, like, oh, you need to put on like the Wolverine mask to show your true self.
That's what it feels like. It's like I have to put on a thing to kind of like even with comedy and stuff, I feel like I'm afraid to go where I want to go, just because I'm worried I want to say something and it's going to come out wrong, or someone's going to misinterpret what I'm saying. Like, I'm worried about this on the podcast all the time. Colton's episode was just dropped today. There was some stuff in there where he was saying things, and I'm like, I don't know how to react to this, and I don't know how to like, because it's like, do I go along with the joke and then people misinterpret how I feel?
No, I mean, hey, that in general is just like part of comedy, right? It's like people misinterpret jokes all the time. I don't think you can get hung up on that. I mean, if people really ever get offended, the most you can do is apologize.
That's what I wish. I wish I had that whole like no fear and just I could do that. Like Nick Doyle's one of those people that I admire for that. Like, that's a dude that just goes up there and says the wildest shit. Did I tell you what this motherfucker did to me one time at a show? And he'll confirm this because he's told this story, so I don't care. I'm telling it for him. We're at Corner Cafe, and I come up to order a drink. Doyle's talking to an older man sitting at the bar, and he's talking to the bartender. And they're having a conversation that I have no idea what's happening to. And I heard Doyle like ranting about something, and then at the end he goes, "Anyway, so have you ever met a woman with an 8-inch clit? 8-inch clit?" The bartender comes over to ask me for my drink. Hears that, she falls out. I'm just standing there in shock, like, I just come over to order a drink, man. And the old man is just losing it, like. And then there's Doyle just cackling because he just.
Yeah, because Doyle's uncomfortable with being his like authentic self. And then he's like the kind of person, he knows how to like. He kind of does like the Nathan Felder thing or the Andy Kaufman thing, where he's like ambiguous enough that you don't know if it's a character or if it's him.
Yeah, you don't know if he's actually pissed off at you or if he's just fucking around.
I love Nick Doyle. Go, folks, check out Nick Doyle.
Yeah,
I know I shouted him out already once, but check him out. He's funny.
He's hilarious to play video games with.
I could believe that 100%.
He gets so into it, he's like, let's go.
No, okay, so I guess let me ask a couple more questions then if we got into this.
Well, who would you want to hang with?
I mean, I practically grew up with the dude. My brother was a lot like the dude in
That's
the
a
sense.
solid choice, though.
Yeah, no, he's a great choice. I don't know if he's like. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think this is kind of one of those things anyone could have. Like, if we had multiple people back, that's not going to talk about the same character every time. So like, it is one of those things you can have multiple characters. He definitely would be one. But like my brother had a lot of similar values to him, where including the fact that he tried being so calm but freaked out all the time. That's like very very true to it. Naturally funny. But I think even more than that, I like. Because I did grow up with that, it kind of feels like I'm cheating with that answer. I think for me, I'd like to pick Dr. Emmett Brown from Back to the franchise.
That's a fun choice.
I know a lot of people are like, why wouldn't you choose Rick? He'd be a lot more fun. Yeah, he's a little too nihilistic.
Yeah, Rick's kind of a dick. Like,
he's too much of an asshole. He's
Rick
too much
might leave you to die and grab another version of you, and you might not even realize it.
Right, and I think Doc Brown, at least he's a lot more about the adventure still.
Yeah.
He's not nihilistic fully, so I would definitely prefer him. We can sit here and analyze myself, but I did have a couple more questions I want to ask you about the Flash character.
Okay.
Especially because you chose a character who has so many adventures of his own. Like, don't get me wrong, Doc Brown does, but it's kind of limited to the movies that we know of. Flash, whereas he has so many different adventures, is there any adventure that like you feel like you relate to and that you would particularly want to go a part of, like any part of the story or any specific like episode?
I mean, you have the whole Reverse Flash thing, which is Flash.
Me, Barry. I jerked you off. It's one of my favorite memes ever.
But no, like he's the like the whole point of like him being the Flash is that like his mom died because his dad went to jail, and like the whole idea is trying to figure out his mom's murder and then trying to stop his mom's murder, succeeding, and then fucking up the entire universe. And then he just has to like, you have to let your mother die to save the universe.
Right.
Like she has to die, and you have to accept that.
Is this the Flashpoint?
Yeah.
Okay. You
But
said
they
Reverse
also
Flash.
used it,
I thought
they
you were
also
just talking
use it
about
in
this,
the movie. Like that's what they used it for the movie for, like that plot point at least. And like just
I did think that was kind of a downfall of that movie, though. I feel like they didn't build the heart of that character enough. I feel like you need to build his tragedy a little bit more and understand his pain.
It's hard going
before
into
you
a
go
movie knowing that the universe is already dead.
Yeah, that doesn't help. It also doesn't help that who's supposed to be a superhero is in fact a piece of shit and abductor.
Yeah, it's kind of like that movie has a lot going against it. I'm sure if you would have made that movie like in 2016, it'd be a fine movie, it'd be highly talked about.
I don't know. Again, I
back
still
as
think,
Batman. Like,
I still think
holy
to
shit.
tackle that story, I think you need to build his dramatic life first. And I know it's like a character everyone knows, but I think there was no connection to Ezra Miller's character, really.
Oh yeah, and I hated the younger Barry. I wanted to choke him out.
Yeah, he sucked. I agree. It wasn't. The only reason to go see that movie was Michael
Zod
Keaton.
and Michael. Like, why?
That was the only reason to go see it. Though was Michael Keaton.
That
was
really
the only
felt
reason.
weird too to see another filmmaker's perspective of an event. Like,
especially the George Clooney thing at the back.
Yeah, like you're trying to do Snyder. Well, that was the big fuck you just for being a dick and trying to fuck up our universe.
That was fun. I liked it though.
Yeah, we're gonna banish you to the worst Batman universe ever. Be gone. That's what James Gunn did to him.
So then that makes me wonder though. So you want to do the Flashpoint story? Is there any like specific event where you were like, oh, like you think you wish you could go back and turn around, but you realize like if you did, that would alter life probably for the way you don't like it, or probably alter things in a worse way? It's a weird question, I guess, to ask, but
yeah, for sure. There's an event I would probably change, but like. I have so much guilt for saying that I want to change that event. That's the bad part.
Can you tell me off camera if you don't want to say it on camera?
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
It's one of those things where it's like, I know people would pay to see this, but there's going to be some people being like, if once I say that out loud in public, it's hard to walk back. Put it that way.
Right. Just so you know, this is still technically, it's behind a paywall, but anyone could see this still.
Oh, that's the bad part. Where it's like, we're risky here, but like we're not gonna say like slurs.
That's what I'm saying. If you want,
retard and maybe the F slur. We'll let that slide.
yeah, that's what I mean. If you want to say this off camera, I won't judge you.
Yeah, that one I'll say off camera. But like that moment right there in particular, yeah, there is a moment for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm excited to hear about this then.
Heck yeah. I'll tell you off camera real quick, and then we'll be right back to wrap this up.
Well, do you want you carefully just wrap it up real quick now? Do we have a second to?
Oh yeah, we got time to do that. Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I want to get headed home here soon.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm getting beat. 2 hours of this was. I don't talk for 2 hours like this usually.
I know it's cool. Listen, hey, when you're drinking beers and smoking funny things, it's fun to do this.
Yeah,
To me, I treat it like it's a hangout sesh too.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, definitely is.
Yeah.
There's a lot we do just off the camera, just hanging out.
That's why some people are just like, "Do you have an agenda? Like, what's this about?" I'm like, "It's supposed to be two people hanging out and having beers and."
I did like us
the
getting to
shit.
sit down and actually talk about these movies, though. It was fun, especially because
Yeah.
we always talk about doing a movie podcast. Like, it was fun to actually
Yeah.
sit down and do that.
And people are like, "You jump around." I'm like, "Well, that's how conversations happen." Did you ever hang out with ADHD people?
Heather and I had so much trouble early on in our relationship talking because I'd jump around in conversations. She's like, I don't understand where these jumps are coming from. And then her sister had to be like, people do that in conversations, Heather.
Yeah.
No, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you doing this. And thank you all the Patreon members yet.
Patreon folks, let them know if I should continue this. Let them know if you guys like the idea. Best fictional friend.
Pay and I'll put your name at the end of the podcast. Maybe I'll get you a sticker too if we ever meet.
Maybe he'll blow you if you ever meet. You waited too long to say no, folks.
I need money, all right?
Clip
Anyway,
it.
guys.
That's awesome.
That's it.
No, thank you, man. I had a lot of fun. Okay, so